Hi, I'm Laura, Omniyogagirl, and today's tutorial is on splits or monkey pose. So I'm going to show you a couple of my favorite stretches to kind of build up the flexibility for splits. I'll show you how to get into full splits and give you some alignment tips as well. So obviously we really want to focus on opening the hamstrings, open up the hips as well, particularly the hip flexors. So we'll get started with a couple of preparatory stretches that will help you warm up and build up to your splits. So a pose I really like to start off with is ragdoll pose. It's a really nice one to stretch out the hamstrings, and actually it's one I do every day. So we want to keep the legs straight and the feet together, and then just let the upper body hang down. So we're just letting gravity help us stretch the hamstrings and work deeper into the fold. Take hold of the elbows. Relax the neck down. It's a nice, almost relaxing stretch. Breathe into the hamstrings. Just let them release. Okay, so we can come a little deeper into the fold as well. Maybe take hold of your heels or your calves. Lengthen the spine. Pull the belly in. Okay, so I'm going to focus on my right side with my hamstrings just to demo this for you and demo the splits for you. So we'll move into a variation of pyramid pose. So step the left foot back, right leg stays straight, folding over the right leg. Really press into the big toe. We're slightly internally rotating the leg. Lengthen, pull the right hip back. Okay, so let's take the hands forwards and we're going to step back into a low lunge. So moving the foot forward if you need to, moving the left foot back, hands on the knee, or you can support yourself with the hands on the mat, sinking the hips forward, so stretching out the left hip flexors. Okay, let's come into lizard pose. So move that right foot out towards the outer edge of the mat. Bring the right arm down to the mat, coming down onto the elbows if you can, or you can use a block, or you can stay up on your hands. Stretching out the left hip flexor and stretching out the right hip. Okay, so come back up. Move that right foot back in towards the center, and this time coming into half splits. So push the hips backwards, flex the toes of the right foot, so pick them up. Again, long spine, reach the chest forward towards your right foot. Keep the leg engaged, see if you can move a little bit deeper into the stretch. Okay, so to move into our splits, obviously we want to kind of widen the stance, move the left hip back and move the right leg forwards. So ideally we want to try and keep the hips square to the front of the mat and not allow them to come to the side. So use your hands to support you. Slide the right leg forward, slide the left leg back. Tuck the toes of the left leg under. It will help with your alignment, help to stabilize the hips. Lift the chest up, roll the shoulders back. So kind of pulling the right hip back and pulling the left hip forwards. and breathe. So obviously I was demoing the splits and the warm up for the splits on the right hand side. So at home, make sure that you kind of keep it balanced and you work your left side as well. So don't panic if your hips are getting absolutely nowhere near the mat. That's absolutely fine. Splits do take some time to build up the flexibility that's needed for them. So go easy on yourself. There's a couple of options you can take. You can obviously continue working with your half splits and with your low lunge and gradually get lower and lower. Obviously, over time, you want to be kind of separating the legs more and pushing the legs away from each other to allow your hips to come down for the splits. So depending on how high up you are, you can either use a block or two blocks to kind of sit on, which will support your hips and help you to relax and breathe in the pose a bit more and keep healthy alignment. You can also use your hands to support you and keep the hips lifted, again, kind of working deeper into the stretch. So a couple more alignment cues to think of. Both legs are very much engaged. The front leg, keep the foot flexed, pull the kneecap up. So you want to draw that hip backwards to avoid letting them kind of skew to the side. With the back leg, the same thing. Tucking the toes under really helps me to kind of keep nice alignment and to keep that back leg engaged. So kind of use it to help keep you balanced. Press the ball of the foot into the mat. And then when it comes to the torso, we really want to try and lift the spine up and out of the pelvis. So keep the core pulled in, engage it, use it to help you stay stabilized. And think about lifting the chest up and creating space around your neck by rolling the shoulders back and down. I hope that helps. And so be patient with splits, take your time with it, work with the prep poses, and use props as much as you need. Good luck and let me know how it goes. Please leave any comments or suggestions in the comment section and don't forget to click subscribe. Thank you very much.